What's going on, peeps? How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing well. I'm doing well myself. Today I want to share a message on what is today's message on? Today's message is on awakening and relationships. The screen just went dim. Anyhow, let's get into it. So first of all, what's a spiritual awakening, right? You know I have to go to my research. So I'm getting this from Yoga Basics, right? YogaBasics.com. And they said that a spiritual awakening is a shift in consciousness that brings about a greater understanding of the mystery of life and the interconnectedness of all things. It is a journey of life discovery and personal growth that can lead to profound transformation. Okay? So what does this mean? I stay sane, right? A shift in consciousness, right? So, all right. So let's go in a little bit about relationships, right? You will notice, guys, right? You will see a big shift, right? You will see a big shift in your relationships, right? In general, period, right? In general, you will notice that some of your relationships are starting to fall apart, right? Like quickly and just, you know, really sometimes without much explanation, really. And the process could be very painful, right? But you know, and some of us do struggle with this process, right? While this is happening, some of us do struggle with this adjustment as it's happening, right? But let's understand this, right? It's no fault of your own, right? Neither is it the fault of anybody, right? But essentially what's happening is this, right? You become aware of how you've been living and stuff like that, right? You become aware of your shortcomings and things like that. So like I mentioned earlier, you begin to self-correct, right? So now in doing this, right? In self-correcting, right? You notice that, sorry, got it cut on my lip. Lips dry. Anyhow, you'll notice that your life is starting to take a different turn, right? Your life is starting to head in a different direction, right? What's happening here? You're growing, right? You are ascending, right? You are ascending to a better version of yourself. Your vibration is rising, right? That's what's happening here. You're growing spiritually, right? So how this affects your relationships with people, right, is that, or those who are not awakened, so to speak, right? How this affects your relationship, you begin to grow spiritually, right? You will start to notice that some of your friendships and your relationships are falling apart, right? So, guys, what's happening here is that on an energetic level, what's happening here, right? It's a release taking place in your life, right? There's a release taking place in your life, right? Pretty much like a spring cleaning type deal, right? In your life, right? So relationships that no longer serve you or serve your highest good will get dissolved naturally, right? Will naturally be dissolved. Relationships that are not for you anymore, right? That are toxic to your growth will be dissolved as well, right? So the only relationships that will remain will be relationships that are for your best and your highest good. Relationships that will aid you on your journey towards growth, right? So what's happening here essentially, guys, people and friends and family, even sometimes significant others that you've been with for years upon years. I'm talking about years, 10 years, 15 years, years. People that you've known, you've been friends with, brothers and sisters, siblings, family members, anybody, it happens so much that you begin to question what's going on, right? They all begin to question you, your sanity. You begin to question yourself as to what's going on. How come your relationship with them is being dissolved, right? And it's not that you problem with them or anything. It's just that your consciousness is growing, right? Your consciousness is growing. So as your consciousness grows, you need to you no longer resonate, right? You no longer resonate with these individuals, right? You notice that you stop doing certain things that you used to do all the time. You stop doing certain places that you used to go all the time. You stop going. Certain activities that you used to engage in, you notice you stop engaging in those activities. So essentially what's happening is that the vibration has risen, right? You've risen your vibration to the point where you no longer resonate with these activities or these places or these individuals, right? So essentially there's a mismatch going on here, right? So you're not going to resonate with them, and when you do hang out with these individuals, if you try to force the issue and do hang out with these individuals, you'll notice that it starts to become painful. Some of these relationships will fall out, right? Completely fall out. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with them. There's no hate towards nobody. It's just naturally being dissolved for your greater good, right? It's being dissolved because you are now in the process of on the journey of growth, right? And these relationships, let's say, this is a relationship. Relationships typically are developed based on a common bond, right? If you have a common bond with someone, then you tend to develop a relationship with them, right? Based on a common goal. Now, as you begin to shift, right, and you begin to grow, you notice that your priorities begin to change as well, right? So this common bond that you had with these individuals that you have built a relationship around, you notice that you're no longer resonating with that, right? So now it creates a mismatch. That's why these relationships are dissolving, right? Because the things that you now resonate with, these individuals may not resonate with, right? And the things that they resonate with, which is what you guys used to do pre-awakening, things you used to do and stuff like that, you will notice that you no longer resonate with them. So eventually you will stop going, right? You will stop, and then, you'll begin to question yourself as to what's wrong with you, or and your friends too may begin questioning you, but there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. And actually, it's like I said before, it's for your highest good, right? It's for your highest good. This relationship will get dissolved because if you maintain these relationships, they will create a block, or they will stunt your growth, so to speak, right? They'll create a blockage, right, that you will have to work through in order to release at a later time, right? You will delay your progress, right? You will delay your growth, so to speak, right? So that's essentially what's happening here. So there's nothing wrong. There's nothing going on. You're not upset with nobody. Nobody's upset with you. It's just that you're growing, you're shifting. Your consciousness is rising, your vibration is rising, and you no longer resonate with these individuals or with these things or with these places, right? So that's why your relationships are falling apart, right? And this happens on on typically in all your relationships, right? Within your family dynamic, within your with your loved ones, significant others, friendships are the common ones, because once you awaken, you notice that you lose a lot of your friends. And a lot of people tend to say, oh, they say not everybody can go with you, right? That's something that people typically say, right? Not everybody can go with you, right? So, all right, not everybody can go with you, but until you actually experience this, right? And you see how painful the process is also, right? That make you look a little weird, right? Make you look like like you have a problem with people, right? But essentially you don't have a problem with anybody. You actually have love for all. The release is being done for your highest good, right? For the greater good of all, right? Because you need to develop, right? You need to develop. Right? Once you've been awakened, you need to develop. You can start living your life purpose, right? For the greater good of all, right? Not just for yourself, right? But we need, before you can go ahead and do that, we need you to heal and develop, right? So yeah, guys, I think that's it. It's a very short video. So that's what's happening, right? You're developing, your vibration is rising, right? Your vibration is rising and your awareness is growing, right? And so you taking a deeper examination of your life and stuff like that, right? You taking responsibility for everything, right? For yourself, for your life, for everything, right? Pretty much, yeah, like you're taking accountability for your life and your actions and stuff like that, right? But we can't ignore the fact that this release or this transformation or this separation, so to speak, right, that's being created here, is also being done on an energetic level, right? Because you need to have the time necessary for you to invest in your growth, right? So essentially, this is being done also on an energetic level because you need the time and the space and all of that to actually grow, right? To develop and heal and embody more light and stuff like that before you begin your purpose. Right? So guys, essentially it's gonna be a short video. I'm gonna leave it here, right? I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. All right, I hope this was good. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. All right.